So you guys ready for a seizure?
Yeah. Are you ready for what she's...
I found it. Can you tell? I've been remiss. What can I say? I had to go back into the closet and come on.
She had to go in the closet.
I went into the closet, came out. I couldn't figure out what I'm supposed to be. Didn't know what letter it was. What does it all mean, by the way? Never mind. We won't go into that.
Yeah,
today.
no, pie.
Hi, everybody. Sunday, October 15th, 2023. We are live at Flockaroundthetable.
From the table at Flockaroundthetable.
Yeah, she moves, by the way, here, but I don't know if you can tell in the... I can't either. I'm going to have to take these off, guys.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm really...
And these things
are great. First off, they smell like plastic, like you would not believe. So you've got crazy little fingers. I'm leaving.
Yep, I can't.
She can't.
I can't do it. Give me a stroke.
Maybe
give one of you guys a stroke. That would not be good. We would not want to be responsible for that.
No. Don't send any bills, notes, letters, comments, or anything. But look at the
Helly's on from Norway. Yay!
Hey! Hi, sweetie. I hope you're feeling better. I told Sue this morning that I'm coming over whether you want it or not. Yep. I didn't get it all done. I was supposed to do that work on that yesterday, but as I told Sue this morning, I have been in a perpetual bad mood since Thursday.
Yes.
Oh, and then he tells me I can't drive that far.
Who?
The eye doctor.
Oh.
Because of cataract and the dryness. And I said, now all of a sudden you tell me I've had this for how many months and you're telling me now? Because I was going to drive up to the cemetery and see my mom before we went to Europe and stop by and see my new Tommy's my niece. Rachel, my great niece. Little Sylvie Spin was born about a week ago. She's gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
I serious. Well, she was.
You got the East Coast thing going on.
I mean, totally gorgeous. I see just beyond gorgeous. Those guys, she's so cute.
Okay, Fran. I just want to call you Fran when you do that.
Gorgeous.
I
liked that show.
It was a good show.
It was. And I loved the guy who played the butler. I didn't care for the kids as much. They were kind of weird. But I don't know, David Davis or something like that. Didn't he play?
You mean played the dad?
No, the butler. The butler on the show. Fran was there.
Niles?
Yes.
She says Niles.
It's Niles. He was great. I think it's David. I love him. I thought he was the best. He made that show. And the woman who played her mother was another one that her grandmother. Have you ever listened to Janet Ivanovich books? Mm-mm. Stephanie Plum. She's got 30 of them out. Dirty 30 just came out. Stephanie Plum is a bounty hunter working for her cousin Vinny in Trenton, New Jersey. Okay.
Just outside of the Orange Network.
Got that. So she's out there. And Grandma Mazur is like in her 80s.
Yeah.
And you picture her, she's about like this big. Okay.
Yeah.
And she carries a Colt 45.
Of course she does.
In her pocketbook. She's always got her pocketbook, which just cracks me up with the word pocket. Because I just figured this purse, it's like this big.
It's got a Colt 45 in it.
It's got a Colt 45.
Got a Colt 45.
And she hangs out with her friend Lulu, who is an ex-hooker, who's this big, heavy-set, dark black woman with this hair that wears spandex that is like 5 sizes too small.
Right.
And she thinks that she's just the cat's meow. And it's a great series. It'll make you smile. Maybe I need to listen to that on the way home instead of the book I'm listening to.
Yeah.
But I was listening this morning on the way, and I'm driving along, and all of a sudden they say something about a Jewish deli, and I wasn't really paying attention. I thought, whoop! And I zoomed over, and I went to Scottish Bialys.
She did.
But she made me apples and caramel and waffles for breakfast. So
I
we
did.
didn't
I
have
had-
a bialy.
I had apples and cinnamon caramel apples already ready to go on the waffles when she got here. So
And I just sort of decided at the last minute. And
she
funny
didn't tell
thing
me.
is, I was like 1 minute late.
Yeah,
this
I
morning.
know.
I was like practically on time, and I made.
No, that is on time for you.
Well, yeah, it is.
That's on time. Two's on time.
I
Hi,
know.
Susie.
Hi,
Vegas is
Susie.
in the house. We got
Vegas.
Norway, Vegas, Cali, here, Baltimore,
Wow.
Maryland.
Morning. Baltimore too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she has a Stephen West mystery knit along in hand.
Good. I am awesome.
That's his Geo one. He's sitting in this picture he's got a helmet on, like he's a spaceman.
Okay.
And I think sometimes he's out there. I bought the pattern.
He is out there, but
I'm not doing it until it's done.
Perfect.
I don't do mystery knit-alongs anymore. Been there, done that. Spent way too much time on it and didn't like it. And thought, this is beyond silly.
It is Stephen West, though.
But it is Stephen West.
I think knit-alongs are super cool for if you are if you're a diehard certain like
me, Stephen West.
Yeah, I mean if you're
right.
super down with a certain designer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're
and
I get it.
I get it. Now
I think it would keep me motivated to continue on with the pattern.
Yeah, but don't have anything else going on.
Right.
That's the whole thing. Because
there's no way I could keep up with anything knitting right now. There's
Lyrical
no way.
Knits in December, like around December 15th, December 17th, somewhere in there. She puts out a pattern that by that time you're supposed to be done with your Christmas knitting. Okay. Yeah, right.
Okay.
So you're supposed to be done. So she puts this pattern out, and it's a mystery, and you get a new clue every day. So you're supposed to do the first part every day. You're supposed to take your time for you before the holidays and make this object, this whatever it is, a shawl or a cowl or whatever. It's usually something you can totally finish in 15 days, in 10 days.
Okay.
And she doesn't do like beyond what you can accomplish. Like the first couple of days are maybe like the ribbing. So you might spend a little bit longer on some of them. And then she puts out this cool pattern. Well, the one year she puts out this cowl and it starts out like a cowl. And I had that okay. But then it separates and you get the front stuff in the front. So it's back and forth.
Right.
Well, it totally messed up my brain. I could not get beyond this turning it around and then coming back on a circle. And once I got about this far, then I felt okay with it. But I said, that's it. That's the last mystery one. Then Telly Beans put ones out. We had it at the shop. This was years ago.
The British Bake Off thingy?
No, that was somebody else. But Telly Beans did one, and it turned out to be, it's a really pretty shawl, but you work on half and half. So you do this side, and then you leave it on the needles or take and put on waist, and then you go over here, and you're building this thing from the center out. And if you weren't really paying attention to it, and it was my very first one like this, I forgot to turn to do it on the other side. So I was redoing it on the same side.
Oh.
And then now the Great British Baking one, I thought, that'd be so great because I love that show. Do you guys ever watch that show? It's so cool. These guys compete and make these amazing things on the Great British Baking Show.
Yeah, they know.
For a plate.
Yeah, they know.
For a plate. You get a plate. They get a plate stand. Not $10,000, not $20,000, not $50,000 on the shows that we do in the States. They get a cake stand and a bucket of roses. And some flowers. But they get to hang out with Paul Howard and Noel Fleming. He's real funny. He's really good.
I've watched the show. I know what it's about.
Now the girls, I think, were good, but These two guys are okay, but Noel is the best. But he's got the skinniest bird legs. I love his sweaters, but he's got bird legs, I'm telling you.
That is very bright yellow.
Isn't this? Well, we'll get into the knitting stuff since I'm trying to figure out where I'm at so I can
South
put it on.
Africa's in the house.
Hi, Max. What's up?
We were talking about you this morning. She still needs to get your way.
I am. Don't worry. Don't worry. The color play in other objects and pick a color in it. Oh, Tammy's telling us about the mystery man.
Yeah. The Stephen West thing.
Yeah. Which is I think is going to be cool because I love Stephen West.
I mean, more power to you. If you can do those, I have way too much other stuff going on to even be able to, confidently say I'm going to get an inch done on a fucking musselburg. So.
And see, you do the full musselburg. I don't even go that far. I go to 7 inches and say, okay, that's enough. I am not doing any more round and round and round and round. And I end it and start another one. But I was thinking, brain kicked in this weekend. I thought, I could just do the top. And then from here until my 7 inches, I could put a pattern in there and start making some of my own hats. Because I love the top of the musselburg. Seriously.
Yeah,
I love the way that it looks. I love
I don't like the way this one looks because I'm using a striped yarn and at the beginning of it started.
So this is the inside.
Yeah,
I would make this the inside. And
I didn't start it on a solid color.
No, but I like the yarn. Is it striping all on its own? Look, every once in a while you get a different color.
Yeah, it's because it's Broko.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you right there. Sharon will give you a right side of that.
But it's Broko Socks, and it is a striping, but it's not. So it's supposed to be. Obviously supposed to be striping, but you can see what it does. It's bled into the other colors.
The funny thing is, if you were
at the beginning, there's red bleed right at the beginning.
Yeah. The other thing is you'd have very wide stripes on your sock.
Yes, they would be very wide.
You would have this would be like the entire top.
Yeah.
And then you might have this would be the next part. And by the time you got down to the end, you wouldn't have any real stripes.
Yeah.
Not the goddesses. They need to get a hold of the striping goddesses.
Nope, definitely not Pa.
Nope, not Brendan.
But it was in my stash. And
speaking of Brendan, Heather,
you went and saw them last weekend? You went and saw them, right?
I saw them, and I saw Oink and Black Cat Fibers, I think, was there, and Yarn Truck Adventure was there. Anyway, they were here in Indy for the day. It was so cold. I felt so bad for them because the wind, and they had the perfect little spot at the end of an alley, which was great. Brenda and Heather were here. The truck was there right by where Oink does their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the Oink is set up, and it showed all the little warming pots that I didn't know you had to warm your yarn or cook it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
When you dye it, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Unbelievable. Anyway, they had all that sort of set up, and they had all their yarn kind of displayed really neat. But the wind every once in a while came through, and it was just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And somebody was frying chicken up the street, and all I wanted was fried chicken.
Was a piece of fried chicken.
All I wanted was a piece of fried chicken. I'm serious. But they had some really nice stuff, and I know you're going to find this very difficult to believe.
You didn't buy anything?
Not a thing.
Really?
Not a thing. I couldn't decide on whose I wanted. So it was either all
or none.
Now, there were 4 in Oink that I wanted. There were 2 in the Black Cat. She had the cutest pins on the truck. I didn't even look at the yarn.
The burr.
Yeah. Burroks. Oh, she had some cute things. Oh my God. Did she have the necklaces and stuff?
I saw she put up some new things up
on her site.
I saw them on Instagram. I don't know if she has them listed on Etsy or not, but I did see them on Instagram.
And so I thought, okay, let's just kind of sit back. I had Carly with me. That girl got around great on her little scooter because she's got her foot all bandaged up.
Yeah.
Here I'm all worried because we're going up rocks and stuff. Just kind of going along. I almost fell and she didn't. So anyway, she bought me a little pigtail, a little pigtail from Oink, which was really nice for her to do that, for picking her up and going out of my way and going over there. But it was so much fun to see how they do it and how all their colors blend. And they were talking about a little bit how they plan things out and how you have to think like 80 steps ahead of where you're at.
Yes.
Before the shows. And then we were talking about how they decide, hang in, you're going to see part of me because I really don't want to walk around. There you go. I have to get my coffee.
Her coffee was behind the computer.
It's behind the computer. See my new shirt? I even have Halloween.
I have on a new shirt today too.
Look at this. It's kind of hard to read. It says, there it goes.
There it goes.
And it's a thing. But on the back,
it
says,
can you guys see it?
There it goes. Okay. He's got a bat and my last flying fuck. It's the greatest. It is. I got a skeleton and a bat. It's amazing.
It's my Halloween.
That's her Halloween thing.
Giving my last F.
This is my $5 one I bought at Five Below, $5.55. It was too big. See, I took it in.
So you took it in.
Look how much I took it in.
It's a nice gradient. You need to step up a little bit so that they can see it.
See, there it says.
Yeah.
And then they had a Harry Potter one. And a snake was coming out of the guy's mouth.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that part of Harry Potter. And I thought somebody's going to think I'm part of that house. And I thought, nope. So straight into the donate pile. I didn't even take it up to the sewing machine to take it in. I thought, this is beyond even me. It's like.
But you bought it.
I didn't know it was Harry Potter and it was orange and it said Halloween and it had a skeleton on it. And I didn't notice that this huge snake is like coming out of this guy's mouth and then coming up with this like going at you. And I thought, I didn't understand what it meant because it was Harry Potter. And I didn't even know if it was really in Harry Potter or if it was somebody else's thing. Because I'm not a Harry Potter.
But it said something about Harry Potter on it.
Well, it said Harry Potter in the label. And then it said something about the house. Some house.
Slytherin.
That could have been it. Oh, now that makes sense. So Snake and Slytherin. I didn't know Slytherin.
And Harry speaks snake.
Well, I speak whale.
She speaks whale.
Don't speak snake. Oh, God, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Heebie-jeebies?
Heebie-jeebies.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is this pattern that you're knitting? We can get off the snake thing.
We can get off the snake.
And Harry Potter and...
Well, you remember a couple of months ago, I kind of said I was going to keep the easier stuff for vacation. Thinking you don't have to think much. You can listen to your book.
Yeah.
If people stop and bother you.
Yeah.
And so I found this. This is green and yellow. And then I have a solid green that goes with this. This is La Jolla from 2019. So I probably got it at Mass Ave just because she carries it. And then I had this pattern here called, which is appropriate, Kisses of the Sea. Okay, pretty cool.
By Miss Hohi Locatelli.
Yep, which is, I'm surprised because I rarely do what's her name?
Hohi
Locatelli.
I
want to call her Joji.
No, that's technically how you spell it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you go phonetic.
And then when I kind of looked at the pattern, this is the top up here. Kind of looked at the pattern and I thought, okay, that's matching it. This sort of looks like it. This sort of looks like it. This sort of. And now I'm down here and I'm not so sure it's looking like it's supposed to look, but we'll see. So anyway, you have to think and you have to count and you got to watch because you got to change colors. You know, it gets very ABC and you do a lot of this. So anyway, I am up to the second section and at 100 and some. At the end of this next section, it's 246 stitches. Then you can repeat it. So you should have 348 stitches upon completion. Then you have a pretty good size shawl.
Yeah.
So I decided Thursday, which I'll get into in a little bit, that is stupid. Just take it with. You figured it out. You figured it out.
Right.
Just do it in the room. Don't do it in where you know people are going to bother you. Take your musselburg out when you know you're going to be in the neighborhood.
So you have a couple. You have a couple of projects with you. One of them's easy. One of them.
Exactly.
One of them you have to think a little bit on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yesterday afternoon, I kind of went looking for the yarn that I bought for fragmentation, which is a Stephen West one. Can't find it. Can't find the pattern either, but I know it's on Ravelry, so I can just reprint it. And then I thought, okay, you need to put this yarn in a drawer somewhere. You need to get the most current yarn that you've gotten. There's 3 bags at home, squishy bags that I haven't opened. But one of those, I think is Shine, is closed. But it's a squishy bag. I think it's just upside down. Long story short, I went upstairs and went through this drawer. I found yarn from 2018. You can't even get the pattern anymore. It's not available. I have 2 kids. I don't even know what I'm going to do now. And it's with all a whole bunch of little things. I think I'm going to make slipper. I think I'm going to make, I know I'll take it with me when I go to Europe to see Ellie and let her play with it. And she can just put it in her mittens and things because it's not a lot, you know, and it's not enough even to do 2 mittens because you could probably get this big a stripe on each mitten and you get to about here. And then what do you do? Because it was meant to be something. Okay.
So, you know, I was talking with Jamie.
Yeah.
And it reminded me, what you just said reminded me of this. He says to me, my husband's been gone now for, over 2 weeks.
He actually called us.
He did. He called me this morning. It was
a
really weird. He goes, yeah, I was talking with his boss. And he goes, I can tell I'm away because I keep getting notifications that Sue's getting deliveries. Every day. It's a new delivery. And I'm like, well.
Yeah, because you have a business.
Yeah, I do.
Speaking
of, you don't even know about this one. I didn't tell you about it at breakfast.
I thought I lost my acorn. I found it this morning. It was in my pocket. Whew. I was looking for it all week. I couldn't find it anywhere. I thought I left it down at Oink when we were down there. But no. This is great. And I want 6 of them. I want one for every bag.
How do you even know about it? Did I tell you about it?
You put it up. I put it up on
Instagram.
Something. Yes. I got on Instagram.
She never gets on Instagram.
No, I got an email that said, check out what's new. And it had my name, your name, and 6 other things. And you came up.
Emergency stitch markers.
Isn't this great? Look, they just go right in here.
I labeled them in case of emergency. So
isn't this great? And it holds them?
Yeah, it holds either bulb markers or rings.
Where did you find these cool things?
I don't tell you. I don't give away my secrets.
No, she doesn't.
Nope.
Wait.
But
okay, there it is. Look at this.
They come in 10 different colors.
Isn't this the best? You just kind of hang it on your bag.
You can hang it on anything. You could hang it on your yarn.
But right like this. Oh, look, you can put it right.
You can put it right on your yarn. You can put it on your project. But you could put it on your zipper pull. You could put it on.
I never even thought, hang on, I'll go there instead of trying to put it on my handle, because at this point it's not going on my handle. The handle's too fat. I'm going to put it on my little train case bag. Look. Oops. Would help if you hit the hole, Deborah.
How about if you just do this?
It doesn't go across. Stop! I couldn't get it to work. I've been in an incredibly bad mood since Thursday.
Put it wherever. It goes on whatever.
Now look, then you've got your stitch markers right there.
The emergency ones. Because you have the tin that has
right. Because I have the tin that has everything you have that you need.
Your scissors and your needle and all that other stuff. But
yeah. I mean,
when all else fails and you've
got my
and you can't find your shit that you need, there it is. It's your emergency one.
Yeah, there you go. See, you got this, and I got paper, and I got skizzers. Check out these little skizzers. Look at. Oh my god, these are cool scissors. They're really sharp.
At any rate, I got those
don't go through TSA very well.
And Acorn made it up. Acorn, Etsy finally released Acorn.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, they did the next day.
I was telling him down there about how these were coming up because I had it on, and somebody, not a person who was buying, said, she goes, "Oh, I like your necklace," and I thought it was the real necklace. I said, "Which one?" And she goes, "You're a little acorn," and I said, "It's a stitch marker holder," and she goes, "Huh?" And that's exactly the look she gave me. It was like, "Huh?" So I opened it up and I showed her what was inside. I said, "You can get them on Etsy on Flockaroundthetable." I said, "But not yet, because they're telling her that this isn't long enough." And she goes, "What do you mean it's not long enough?" So we got in the whole discussion about how you had it. It was the picture.
Yeah.
That the display picture, they just thought she was going to just put it around.
Like somebody was going to get harmed by it or something.
Yeah. I was like,
I don't know.
These are like so beyond cool. I am not kidding. Look at how cool these are. Tracy, yarn truck, Tracy, you need these in your yarn truck.
You weren't supposed to say that because she has already posted that she wants 10 of them.
Sorry, Tracy, I'm blowing it. She's gonna slap me upside the head. Ellie,
I have to figure out how I can get
you're
10
gonna get one.
10 to Tracy.
How are you gonna get 10 to Tracy? You can put them in a box and put it in the mail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, but they really go through it.
Yeah, they really go through customs. I can't put them into USPS. It can't go as a document. I have to send them as, I have to create customs. So Tracy, if you're watching, we need to do more than just 10 of those. Yeah,
because they're going to get shitty.
I'm going to have to do customs. So, you need to
you
need to do a refill order. And not just 10 of these.
I've got to send stuff to Ellie because she's going to make a pair of slippers.
And I am telling you what, I put these up.
Don't they pay a VAT tax or something on things too? Once they get items, they not only pay tax on purchase, money they make. They
that's a Europe,
or maybe that's
Europe has a VAT tax.
Okay.
Which is why I don't do that. Maggie, have you gotten your stitch markers yet?
These, I'm sorry. I just think this is like the coolest idea. You need to get more of these.
Well, I am going to have to because
emergency pill holders. You could, I don't know. Do tampons come this small?
No.
Oh, so it couldn't be an emergency tampon.
I was trying to figure out how to name these and I kept thinking bullet.
That would go good. Here, Etsy, find these on Etsy.
Stitch marker bullet.
Stitch marker bullet. No, in case of emergency is perfect. Yeah.
So I put them up. I put them up Friday. 4 of them have already gone out.
4 of them have already. Oh my gosh! I better get my order in before I get there. I better hit inventory.
My husband will probably get another notification that something else is being delivered to the house.
Now I get my.
What's the date today? The 16th?
The 15th.
15th.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the month.
So we still have 10% off on the shop then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, the whole shop is 10% off.
I'll remember that when I put my little old order in, and I don't pay shipping. See, so for me, it's not so bad.
Yeah, no.
I don't have to do a big enough order to get free shipping, so it works out pretty good. So anyway, see,
that's about the only new thing up. I think that's the only
And
new
I
thing up in
even
the Etsy
have-
shop this week.
look what I have. I have my little guy on my.
What little guy? Oh, her little penguin
I have
sliding.
my penguin on him. That's my.
So that
favorite
was one
keeper.
thing that
She needs to put this up. You guys need
I
to see this.
attempted to do.
Isn't this adorable?
I attempted to get one on every single.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, it'll happen. I'm close.
Because you're going to walk past it and you go, oh, here's one. And that's.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll be for that order.
Yeah, you'll need to put that. That is the cutest display thing I've ever seen in my life. Did you get that at Dollar Tree?
No, I got that at Hobby Lobby last year.
Oh, maybe I have to hit Hobby Lobby. They're not open today. So
Nope, they're not open today.
So anyway, I was going to tell you why I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah, please fill us in.
I'm in a bad mood because I had some more.
Because she had us some more.
I did. I had some more. And it didn't sit. It made me sick. Don't know why. Why would a marshmallow make me sick? This is beyond crazy. I had carbon. Carbon's good for you. I mean, I burnt the hell out of it. I even burnt the tablecloth, but don't tell anybody it was me. Okay.
Don't tell traders.
Yeah.
Point Creamery. It was you. No.
Me.
Don't.
It was somebody else. It wasn't me. I'm sure by the time they were done making these, they would have had it. We had a dinner thing, and the dinner was fine. And we were out in the barn, and it was a beautiful evening on Thursday. I mean, we've had a nice fall so far. Now that it's gotten a little cooler, and it's been so dry, the colors are changing. They may not be as vibrant as what they usually are, but our color season is quite. I went down 96th Street today, the back way to get here, and the trees and the foliage, it's really pretty. Not quite as orangey yellow like it usually is. Right. Because it's wet, but it was still really pretty. And so
the tunnel.
Yeah.
You're talking about.
Yeah.
I call it a tunnel. It's not really a tunnel. It's just the trees have grown over the top of the road, and it's a relatively narrow road.
Yeah.
So
in the winter, it's
gorgeous.
And in the winter,
fall,
it's really nice too when we've had like the rain and the ice. Now, granted, you run the risk of getting your car busted up in case.
Because it's very narrow and it's windy.
And the sun shines in, and so it warms it up, and then you start getting the drips, and of course then the ice falls on you, and the next thing. But it's beautiful for about 10 minutes in the morning. It's just one of those.
I actually had. Well, when our office was over there, I used to take that way quite a bit.
Yeah.
And
it's still standing, by the way. I went by today. It looks really nice. They had pumpkins out. Our little house.
Oh yeah. I actually did a video. My phone mounted on my dash, and so at the beginning of that, I started recording, and so I recorded all the way through down around the corner, around past the honey place where you can stop and get honey.
Yeah.
And all the way up through the church.
Oh, nice.
And I posted it. I'm like, this is part of my drive home. It was. I'm like, this is a great way to drive home.
Now coming that way for you would be, you'd have all that construction because they changed the road underneath 465 because they're working on 465 there by Hoosier Village. Yeah. You used to go like straight, and now you got to go out around.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of changed that. So it's kind of like, it's sometimes, and then
booger on them.
And then, of course, you're driving along, and you're going along, and all of a sudden, bam, this guy gets in front of you. Stop. I swear those people have death wishes. The slow and the stop people with the signs, they have death wishes. No, they're not out there. And then all of a sudden, they're backing up a piece of equipment. So they just walk right out in front of you. You're going the speed limit or better, and they just stop and want you to stop because, granted, I probably can stop better than the stupid machine that's backing up because I don't think they have as good of brakes. The bulldozers and the things like that.
I hope they do.
Yeah,
I
but
hope they have good brakes.
Ah.
OSHA makes sure that they have good
I
brakes.
don't think they have as good a brakes as everybody thinks they do. So anyway,
Well, they also don't go as fast.
I drive it fast. If I could, I'll tell you, I'd be.
So you take
zooming
the
along.
regulator off of anything to go. You go faster.
I would.
You and your little.
Me and my little Zoomobile.
Your little.
I want a golf cart. And I want to spiff it up. If I ever get a scooter, a motor scooter, a little scooter. I mean, I rented them at Disney because when I was heavier, I didn't like to walk that far because my feet would get tired. And it's just a hell of a lot faster. We've had them.
Yeah.
I gave them.
Yeah.
And they're just more fun.
Absolutely.
Because you're just zooming around having
Yeah.
a great old time. Now.
And people get out of your way.
They really do. And I've kind of thought about that same thing on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
The only problem is one side of the cruise ship has a straightaway. Yeah. And the other side of the cruise ship usually has a bump out from the inside cab. So you really can't get the speed up.
You can't just let her rip and go.
No. And they do too many habit trails getting on and off.
They do.
Yeah, they really do.
There's quite a few habit trails.
And they need to put in, I'm going to give them a suggestion. They need to have, like at your.
They need to have a TSA pre-check for cruises. Like cut line. Like a Disney Fast Pass.
Yeah, they really do.
I'm 92 days at sea this year. I think I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
And I just pay the $100 pre-check and get on
right away and stop with this other stuff. This is crazy. And the thing is, you go through it every time. I just got off a Carnival ship. Why am I going through all of this stuff again? Okay, I just got off. You know who I am. I look the same. I haven't changed in
you need
3 weeks.
Diplomatic immunity or something. Maybe then you won't have to. I don't.
No, Maggie hasn't gotten her stuff yet.
Oh no, you haven't? Okay. Well, I didn't expect you to because it's USPS and they're slower than snot. Actually,
I could probably find a cruise and get it to you first. Then that's exactly what I do. And I think, like Ellie, you should go on and tell all your friends to go and flock around the table and put all these orders in and tell Sue not to send them. And I'll bring them next summer. And then I can just bring everything.
It won't even allow them to put in an order because I don't have it open for international orders.
Well, then fine. Email. I got that snake stuck in my head. Email her, and then I'll bring it next year. But I'll remind you again in the spring because we're not going until June. So,
Tori has a shop. It's not officially open yet because Etsy is still vetting her account. But soon
what is it with these companies? Why do they have to make sure you know what you're doing?
Soon to be. I have to look up the name of her shop too because
maybe we should vet Congress.
We need to.
Anybody want a piece?
We
of pie?
definitely need to. Oh, and then I ran out of organza bags.
You did?
So when you get an order from me, I send it in a little organza bag. And I thought I had a whole mess of them.
Yeah.
I have a little overstock bin, and I thought I had a whole mess of them. And I know I sent a pack of like 50 to Tori.
Okay.
With her little starter pack.
To get her up and started.
I sent her 50, I'm sure. And I go to get another pack out of my overstock drawer, and I have none. And I'm like, oh, snot. I've only got like 5 left in my. So I hop on to Jeff Bezos' site and I order some. Amazon. This is one of these that my husband said, he got a notification. I got another delivery. Well, when I need something really fast, I am going to get it from Amazon.
Yeah, because you can.
I could go to Michael's, I could go to Hobby Lobby and get them, but I'm going to get a better deal if I
mean, come on. She has to drive to work down this road.
Do you see this?
So she has to go to Amazon because she has to drive down the road less than 5 miles. And on her way back from the road, there's a Hobby Lobby.
And I would pay $3.99 for 10 of them at Hobby Lobby.
I know, but these are your people.
I know, but
Amazon had it there the next day, right? Do you know I had Amazon deliver something the same day?
I get it the same day too.
You do?
I got 5,000.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
Forget some bags.
Guys, you better start ordering. She needs to bring this pie. Oh man, you really did get it. Ooh,
well, I can tell you that, like, if I were to go to Hobby Lobby and I get the little pack of 10, and I think they're like $3.99 for a pack of 10 of the organza bags, and I get them on sale. So let's just say I get them at half off.
I didn't know that.
So I pay 20 cents a bag for them at Hobby Lobby. If I get them 50% off and they're 10 in a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Hobby Lobby got
So
rid
then
of their coupon.
Yeah.
Beyond stupid.
But you see what I'm saying.
Yes.
So they're 20 cents a bag.
Right.
These ones I paid less than a penny a bag for.
So now you know why your profit margin is so good.
Now you know why I can keep the prices down.
Well, that's true too.
On things.
And you guys need to order.
Sharon, Chicken Sharon, if you're watching, or anybody who wants to get this message to Chicken Sharon, I'm getting low on cards.
No way.
I am.
Dude, I don't know if you guys know this story. Sharon likes to go to Goodwill to check things out, and she takes stuff, buys stuff. Mm-hmm. She gets a dress for $5. She wears it once. She takes it back and gives it back to Goodwill. And let somebody else wear it again. Yep. So she's really a very good rotator.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, she gives me this box. We meet on Tuesdays, and she gives me this huge bag. Oh, I thought maybe you finally found the little floater. I thought maybe my floater came out.
No, but there's a little something on your glasses.
Okay.
Maybe it was.
She gives me this bag. She must have had 250, 300. I mean, cards. Unbelievable cards. Because people don't use them anymore. Thank you cards. So why go to Dollar Tree and spend? And granted, that's not a bad price.
No.
They used to give you 8 to 10 for $1.
For $1. Now it's $1.25.
And it's more. It's 6 to 8.
6 to 8 for $1.25. Still a good deal.
Still a good deal, but not quite like what Sharon did at this. Unbelievable. For Chicken Sharon, I have to tell her on Tuesday.
Yeah,
we have to get her
she needs to
Tuesday knitting and say, "Hey, babe, you need to do this."
And I swear, I have a bag somewhere of tea that you brought me. I swear to gods. But I don't know where the flying flock of birds I put it.
Okay, I'm going
in the boxes.
In the box. Oh, because
the ones that you brought me in the boxes.
The first set I brought you in the box.
Yeah.
When we went to Cartagena down south, that all.
And then you brought me one that was in a bag.
Then I brought bags. When Gail and I went to
and all I have are
Barcelona,
bags.
We just had the bags. Oh.
I don't know. I'm getting low on tea too, but I swear I have.
Well, I'll be in Rome. I'll be in Spain. I'll be in Madeira. I'll be in the Azores, and I'm going to be in Grand Turk. So you never know. I may be able to pick up some tea from somewhere.
Yeah.
The funny thing is though, a lot of places.
And Christmas time, they'll probably get peppermint candy. Peppermint.
Oh, that's
I usually give mini candy canes.
Oh, that's a cute idea.
Yeah.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah. So. And
your bags are kind of cushy, so they don't break, I'm sure. And if nothing else, you can just sprinkle that little bit of peppermint into your coffee.
Just mush it some more and throw it on top of your cupcake.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm here one more week, and then we leave for Rome. So I will look into Rome.
Right. Okay.
And get you some Italian teas. But Europeans really like the loose tea.
Yeah.
Finding tea bags is tough over in Europe.
Don't worry about it.
Because
this time of the year, I think I'm going to start doing candy canes.
Candy canes is good. Yeah. It's October, close enough. I mean, Christmas is already 40% off, and Halloween is 60% off at Michael's starting today. I mean, come on. I don't even have my decorations out, and they're already 60% off.
Yeah. They'll be 90 off before Halloween gets here.
And Christmas, I just love Hobby Lobby. They move everything back, and all the Halloween's up here. Now all the Halloween, the fall stuff's over here, and they're sort of rotating the
Well, and
items
right now. So I was just in Hobby Lobby because I had to pick up a Nomi.
Oh, the Nomi guy.
Fall was 40% off, but Christmas was 50% off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like, really?
In July.
Okay.
I was in there in July, and they had gotten a huge shipment of their Christmas ornaments. And they were stacking them on top of like the racks that hold the baskets and things like that.
Yeah.
And they have shelves all the way around the outside of their shop.
Yep.
And that's where they were putting them. And I said, it adds a lot of color. I mean, it looks really cute. And she said, yeah. She goes, but I don't know what we're going to do when the fleece comes in, because that's where they usually put all the fleece, because everybody makes those blankets,
right.
those tied blankets. I've never made one. Have you?
Yeah.
I've never made one. I have a quilt I should probably finish too. Every time I come over here and I look at his quilt sitting there, I always think of that poor little quilt that's sitting in its bag right there. And I keep saying, one of these days I'm going to get it out, work on it. And then I say, nope, not going to do it today. I got other things to do. So that's how we sort of got started years ago. Did you guys ever hear that story? Yeah, I'm sure you have. Never mind, I won't tell you. It's boring. So I think that's all I have.
Yeah,
I'm not doing anything major. She's coughing. I'm leaving for Rome. So
when do you go?
A week from Wednesday. And so I have 3 ghosts made for the ship.
Okay.
So if you're going to be on the Carnival Pride, look me up, because I'll be on the Pride from Rome to Tampa. Or if you know somebody who's going to be on the Carnival Pride, they can go look for the ghosts. They're really cute. One's got a green hat, one's got a blue or purple hat, and the other one's got an orange hat.
Nice.
Yeah, I put witch's hat on them, and in the center, make sure they stand up pretty good. They're really, really a cute little ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to write on them yet, but I'll write on something, say, hey, I'm not a duck, but, come and get me anyway. I want to see if people pick them up. That's my biggest thing. Because a duck, the minute they see duck, like 6 people, when they notice it, it's like dive for this duck.
Right.
Because they want the duck.
They want the duck.
I know. And so I want to see if the ghost has, maybe I should see if I could get little baby ducks. I could put it on his hand.
You could.
He could have a little baby duck on his hand. Oh, that would be too cute. It would be like he's trick-or-treating.
I bet even if you couldn't find them at a store, I bet you could get them online.
I bet I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff. Shop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. His shop probably has them.
He doesn't own it anymore.
No, he doesn't.
He sold it off. He's out. Belongs to somebody else. Maybe that's why it's been running a little more efficiently lately. I'm sorry. It's working pretty good. So.
His wife has it. Ex-wife.
Did you know that's how eBay got started?
No.
Her husband set eBay up so she'd have a place to sell her stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, because she wanted to get rid of some stuff. So that's how eBay got started. He did all that. And Ravelry, her husband, who is now a she, set up Ravelry for all the patterns and things.
Yeah, that's pie for
that's
me.
pie for
I'm
her.
not going into Ravelry.
What's that?
That's from Miss Carly sent us.
Carly Yarn Shop?
Naughty Girl Creations.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, she has cool labels. I had no idea. I could not remember. Never mind. I have this thing about Naughty Girl. Never mind. And anyway,
I was looking.
Carly's got her own little label for her little bag. She's doing some Indiana bags for somebody.
Oh, nice.
She got that when we went to the yarn truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's making a whole bunch of bags. Her bags are really good. Much better than mine.
I was looking to see what it was my daughter called her shop.
Oh, yeah, we need to know.
Enchanting the Charmer.
That's cute.
All one word, Enchanting the Charmer. I don't think it is actually up and running at the moment, but it will be shortly.
That is, and it's jewelry. Right?
And enchanting things.
Like, what do you mean? Like, we can do a seance type enchanting stuff?
Could be.
Like candles too?
Could be.
Whatever.
Who knows with her and her roomies?
That's true. Yeah. My husband and I.
Isn't that a great name? It is a great name.
I
had absolutely zero to do with it. She came up with it on her own.
Enchanting the Charmer. That's amazing. I like that. Well,
Yeah.
I like Flock Around the Table.
Well, I'm kind of partial to Flock Around the Table too,
Me
but
too.
you know,
and it's flock on. And,
for flock's sake.
And what the flock and flock and bunch of flockers. I mean,
What a bunch of flockers.
You have to be careful with that though. If you don't say it, enunciate it correctly.
Flockers?
Yes, it comes across a little bit close to a different type of word, which we like, because I specifically told people, if
Like
you
fuckers?
don't like the word penis, fuck, or listening to me talk about my sagging boobs,
Don't listen to
us, because it's not going to make any difference, because this is ridiculous, you know.
We are ridiculous.
Not so much. We're pretty cool, I think.
Well, I think we're really cool, but we're also ridiculous.
And as I've told people before, when I say you watch us, I said you will become part of the coolest crowd out there.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, the flockers that we have are amazing.
The flockers that we have. You flockers.
Now you got to remember, if you don't have your tongue in the right spot, that little flocker becomes a little flock, and it's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
So that kind of goes the way it is. So
yeah, for sure.
Anyhow, I don't have much of anything else for this week.
I don't either.
You know, sometimes I feel bad, and I feel like I should apologize to you guys, because I think about you guys. Like this afternoon, I'll go home and go, oh,
I should have talked about this.
Or I'll get on one of my knitting sites, like the Knitting Circle. It's a magazine type video type thing where you can get patterns and watch videos, premium videos and stuff. Well, they just had their membership for $6.95 for a whole year. So I get on there every once in a while and I think, oh, I should probably listen, or I'll listen to one, or I'll see one and think I should mention that on the podcast. And I write myself a little note, and unfortunately it gets buried on my desk along with all the others.
All the other notes.
I'm not a big piece of paper user.
I'm
little. I like little pieces of paper, little Post-it notes. Like I just noticed that I wrote a Post-it note in here from a few weeks ago. Here, I want to find it for you. Look, and it's a see-through one. Look, and I don't even know what I wrote on it. Bonnie Slide by, it's on Ravelry. Okay, and see,
it's probably a pattern.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. But when you lift this up, okay, wait. Well, I can still see all this.
Go Flockers!
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
Guess what we're gonna do in Florida? I gotta tell you guys, we're going to book when we get back to Tampa. We get in like at 7:00 in the morning, and the flight we're coming back on is like 4 in the afternoon. I figured, why fly all day? We'll just wait. We're going to take one of those airboat rides. We're going to get one of those airboat things, and that has the big fan in the back.
Oh yeah,
you know that
the swamp.
Yeah, like swamp buggies.
Yeah,
we're going to do that in Florida. Isn't that great? Can't wait. Be exciting. Yeah, we get off the ship, put our luggage on the bus. We're going to go
on to a little ship,
and then we go on a little ship. And then that little ship will take us to the bus to take us back to the airport. And I was asking my sister, please don't pick the other one. Please don't pick the other one. And so I knew she wouldn't get on. She didn't. So she goes, oh, whatever you decide, land, sea, doesn't matter. I'm okay with it. Yeah, it'll give us something to do so we're not sitting at the airport all day. She don't have it because they don't have an earlier nonstop. And granted, I could make the 11 o'clock flight, but the 11 o'clock flight goes to like Houston, and then from Houston.
And you end up getting here at the same time
about
anyway.
the same time, and you're flying all day.
Maybe.
Right.
That's a maybe.
Well, and the other thing is with Southwest is it comes up, their later flights go out west.
Right.
They're their LA and their Phoenix and their Las Vegas flights. So I know they're going to get me to Indy come hell or high water because they got to get that flight to Las Vegas. You know, back in the day when Southwest first started, if they were running behind, they just didn't stop. Say you got on a plane in Houston, I said to my husband, you got on a plane in Houston, and they're supposed to stop in Kansas City where they were running behind, so they didn't stop in Kansas City. They just went straight to Indianapolis. So what did the 60 people they were dropping off and picking up were supposed to do? Well, they just put them on another flight. Used to be called Southwest Scare. They don't do that anymore. They're really good about it now. They don't do that now, but they did do it. Can you imagine all of a sudden going, hey, yo, can I get off here? You know, I mean, open the door and kick you out maybe, but you know.
No.
What do you think? I think that's what they should start doing. Maybe we should start parachuting people out.
No.
No?
No.
Ooh.
Only if you're like, you know, in the reserves or something.
I think it'd be kind of fun to do. Maybe I should.
You need to schedule that as an activity for you, not expecting the airlines to do that.
You should. It's funny you should mention that.
No, I will not do that with you.
I
won't. Absolutely not. No, I won't. I'm afraid of heights.
My niece, who just had my little great niece, always wanted me to go parasailing, and I always said I'm too fat. I'll pull the sail right down, and it'll be like water skiing with this parachute on top of me. You know, I'd get about this far off the water, and it wouldn't happen. So when I had my first, oh my God, that's so cool. Look, I'm going to put some more on there.
You got them on backwards.
I don't care. They're on.
Oh my God. His pinky is crooked.
Yeah, well, which way does it lean, right or left? Well, who cares? I got to have sex this way. Why did that pop out of my head? I'm such a sicko.
I don't know.
Okay, I always said that.
They're touching tips now.
Oh, I am in a better mood, so I'm pretty. I'm okay. Yeah. So I am in a better mood. Anyway, she wanted me to take me parasailing.
Yeah.
And I said, when I got less than 150 pounds. Well, I never got less than 150 pounds the last time with this weight loss. Well, she reminded me when I was up there for her baby shower thing that I'm a little less than 150 pounds now, so I better get my ass up on that parachute, you know, on the parasailing. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, I didn't do the zip line here in Indy when we did the Super Bowl.
Right.
Where it was ultra safe, regulated, controlled. You think I'm going to go and do that like in a third world toilet across some ravine and then have me fall down and then never find? They'd probably give me back if some jungle group found me.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't keep you.
You don't think? I don't think they'd keep me. I think I'd be safe and they'd send me back.
You could be roasted over a spit.
Not these boobs. These things look awful.
Yeah, they probably would.
Yeah, they would go.
It's too saggy.
Because you notice all the women when you see them on National Geographic, they all look great because they never wear a bra. So their boobs always look good. Never mind, I'm on that subject again. Oh, and Dawn, just so you know, our friend Carly, yay, Carly, what's her name again? Creations?
Enchanting the Charmer.
No, that's Tori.
Oh, Naughty Girl Creation.
Naughty Girl Creations. That's Carly. She actually found the boob bag online. So we're going to have to get everybody boob bags because everybody needs boo bags.
Yes.
Yeah. Because my boo bag is now the bag. I carry everything.
This, by the way, I got on Etsy. I can't remember the person's name. But
I would wear that. That you need to make that not Halloween. That is your standard.
honestly, I thought this
operating.
was hot pink. When I ordered it, I could have swore that the logo was hot pink.
Well, maybe you were thinking.
Maybe
it looked that way a little bit on the screen.
I don't know.
I
And
don't know,
I
but
can't
it
remember
is-
the
it's
name,
really-
but you know,
Does it glow in
you
the
just,
dark?
if you just type, I don't know.
Maybe it does.
This is the
Maybe
first
it's
time
hot
I've worn
pink.
it. Just type in, give, you know,
There goes
there goes my very last
my
F,
very last.
explorative,
That's so
and
cool.
it'll come up.
No, they couldn't figure out. They told you that you couldn't have a teeny tiny little band, but yet they'll put the F word on Etsy.
They don't put the F word. It's an F and then an explorative
and then it's
CK. So there's
oh,
it's not written out.
Oh, they don't do that. Well, that's probably good because
Yeah,
the
they
kids do get on Etsy, so they could just think that it's Flocker and they just forgot to put the L in there.
Right.
So that could be it because we're Fluckers.
Fluckers. It's a fire truck.
It's a fire truck. There you go.
It's a fire truck.
So enjoy your fall season.
Yoko
Get out.
Ono. They feel crooked.
Well, they are a little. That's better.
That's better. Excuse me. Hello, anybody there? Oh my gosh.
It's just going to be one of those mornings.
It
guys,
is.
I'm telling you.
Not getting much knitting. time.
Carly has to make 50 bags. Well, if you need any help cutting
Fabric.
no,
Threads.
I'll do threads and I will take my little glue and fold your ends in and glue the
I can
ends
come
on
in
and
with a
stuff.
lighter.
That's probably not a good idea. I could, okay, Carly, you need
Just for
number.
the thread. Just for the thread.
Yeah, right. If you miss, yeah, you know, I've tried that. I don't know how many because people always say like the ends on the cords when you have the cords on your. They always tell you to
Yes.
or if you're using webbing, just run.
yes, you just
No,
yes.
no, it burns.
Yeah, of course it burns.
Yeah, but you know,
then it doesn't fray and open up anymore.
no, but don't touch it.
Well, it's plastic, so
Could be why you're not supposed to touch it. So anyway, I'm just
she's not exactly the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree, but
Not
I will
today.
keep her. Even as dull and dim-witted as she can be sometimes, I will keep her.
It's the eye drops. I'm on steroid eye drops because he
is.
tells me now I have a bit. Oh yeah, he tells me I have a cataract. I said, you didn't tell me that a few months ago. Oh, didn't I? Oh, yeah. Well, let's fix this spot. And our friend Marcia is getting hers. Sharon is getting hers. What is it? Is it like your periods? Are we all kind of coming together?
Sinking. You're sinking
We're
together.
sinking
The
up.
eyes
Oh.
are.
And I'm telling you now, Miss Colleen, on Wednesday, you better have a doctor's appointment at 4:00.
No, she needs
So
a
you-
doctor's excuse if she doesn't show up. I want to know.
Yeah, we want to know
Want to know
Wanna
if
know.
Carly or Colleen, if you don't show up
on Wednesday.
on Wednesday for
Wednesday's
date night,
You
there better be a doctor's
there better
note
be a doctor's note.
or
So
or
tell
an
them you have to
invitation
leave
to
at
her funeral.
3:30.
Sean is sending us an invitation to your funeral.
Because you were supposed to be there on Wednesday. I even got the 5-seater for us. I really did because we were working out. We went. So we will see you next week. Enjoy your fall.
Yeah.
Play in your leaves. Don't burn them because that's not good. Even though I love that smell. Don't you? I love a burning fire.
Yeah.
When they burn the leaves and stuff.
Oh, just a fire outdoors.
Yeah.
Like
It's always really
it
cool.
needs to be controlled though.
Well, yeah, you should probably pay attention to it instead of
Karen
just-
says that she's traveling for work.
Oh, is
I
she
want,
really?
I want a doctor's note.
Well, then show us that plane ticket. You better make sure you save that seat assignment there. You know, what do you mean you're traveling for work? You're not supposed to be traveling. Oh yeah, COVID's over. Never mind. She can travel again. She likes to travel.
I know she does. I know she does.
This is probably exciting for her. I really am excited that she's out and about. Have a good time and enjoy. I'm traveling too, but not for a week and a half. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. And no,
Yep.
Karen, you don't need to remind me. I know it's not a touch screen, but you know what? I'm going to touch it anyway, just because.
So that I can say it's not a touch screen.
Then she can. So anyway, thank you, Ellie and Maggie and Mary and Karen and Carly and anybody I don't see that was on the back of the screen. Oh, wait.
It's not a touch screen.
Wait. Oh, so how do you get to the top of the chat?
You use the mouse.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go because I think I just broke something.
It's not a touch screen.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
I did. I think I just